Hey everyone, Reptile Sam here. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about choosing a breeder or the pet store and how to decide where to buy your next pet reptile. Let's get into it. Tom is my first snake, and just wanting a pet snake, I went to a local pet shop in the town where I was living, and I found this really pretty little baby corn snake that I ended up buying. And I did enough research just to know what I needed to take care of her. So I got my tank and some hide boxes and lights and substrate like I was supposed to. So I did some research and I thought I was ready to go. I just thought I knew everything already. And the thing is that Tom is a great snake. And I did ask some questions. So Tom was bred at a university herpetology department. So I felt very confident in buying Tom. Now, that being said, because I bought Tom at a pet store, I don't know anything about Tom's genetics, even though Tom is a wild type and almost has some Okiti looking lines with those big thick black borders on her. So I'm not quite sure if Tom's Okiti or not. I'm pretty sure she's a normal wild type. She could have some hets and I wouldn't know it. Also, I don't know who the parents were. But I do know where she was bred. So that's one way to buy a snake. So let's talk about a few other ways that you can end up getting reptiles. Sprout is an awesome snow corn snake, or albino. So the only thing is, that's all I know about her. Sprout could have some really cool hets, and I wouldn't know it, because I bought her at a pet store. She was my second snake. And I just didn't know, enough to really try to figure out what she had in her, or who her parents were, or who the breeder was, and I got her at a pet store. So again, she's a great animal, a great pet, but I bought her at a pet store, and so I don't really know who bred her or much about her. So if you're just looking for a great pet, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going to a pet store and finding a really pretty corn snake like Sprout and making her into a great pet. You can absolutely do that. But if you want to support small businesses and individuals who just enjoy the hobby of snake keeping, you should probably start looking into actual breeders. And so Boba I also got at a pet store because I thought Canyon sandboas were really cool. And so I bought him there. But once I got 3 snakes, I started to decide I wanted to buy from individual breeders. And so we'll get into that here in just a second. So Sprout is a very pretty snow corn snake, but could she be het for motley, stripe, some other cool colors? I don't know. So there's really no way to know that without buying an animal from a breeder. So if you're just looking for a wonderful pet snake and your local pet shop has some really pretty animals, it's okay to buy from them. But try to go to a local pet shop, one that's run in your community as opposed to a big box store where the animals might not be treated as well. The biggest problem with buying from pet stores is that usually those employees know how to take care of cats and dogs, not how to take care of reptiles. And this goes for leopard geckos, bearded dragons, iguanas, chameleons, turtles, tortoises, and of course your snakes. You always want to make sure you buy from someone who knows how to take care of the animal to make sure you're getting a healthy pet. So if you're buying from a pet store and those people don't know how to take care of the animals that you're about to buy, you might not have the healthiest possible pet or one that's been handled appropriately. So let's get into buying from a breeder. This is Brick, my California king snake, and I got him from Chromatic Critters, a breeder. And Rachel was a really awesome breeder when I was reaching out about buying this little guy. So when I reached out about Brick, I had some questions about, who was in my price range and different animals. And she was awesome, and she worked with me and helped me pick out this little guy. And this was the one I really wanted. I love how much white he has in him. A lot of California king snakes have a lot more black, and it really excited me to see this animal. And Rachel was awesome over at Chromatic Critters and helped me get this animal. And I knew he was well taken care of. He had been bred well. She told me who his parents were, his feeding response. So when little Brick arrived in the mail, I was very confident that I knew how to take care of him, and I knew what his genetics were like and what his parents were like, and I just felt a lot more comfortable and confident when I got Brick. The same thing is with George, my Honduran milk snake. The folks over at Smoldering Serpents were awesome. They helped me look at the parents, so they've had pictures posted of the parents. They had a bunch of the little Honduran milk snake babies posted, as a clutch of hypotangerines. I told them I wanted the one with the best temperament, as opposed to any particular appearance. They went through their males that they had available and got me George. So it really helps to work with the breeder. I'm going to show you guys Boromir next, and we can talk about buying from a ball python breeder, because ball pythons are probably the most popular snake in captivity, and why it's a little bit different buying a ball python. So here we have a ball python, super common animals and very popular with good reason. They're awesome. They're so nice and pretty. Look at this guy. He's beautiful. So I follow a lot of accounts who are people who breed ball pythons with my Reptile Sam Instagram account, which you guys should all go follow at reptile.sam. And so one of the breeders is pretty local to where I live. They live one state over, Powerline Reptiles. And they always have really cool pictures. They have really pretty animals. They seem to take really good care of their animals. And when I was looking to buy a ball python, I knew I wanted something with the banana color. So leopard is Boromir's pattern and banana is his coloring. And so I had talked to them a few times about a couple snakes that they've had. They were very responsive, very helpful. And with ball pythons, it's okay as a buyer to be really picky about who you buy from, because a lot of people are in it only for a profit and not because they really care about their animals. And Powerline Reptiles absolutely cares about their animals. They even sent me a little card showing his lineage, so I could know what types of snakes made Boromir. And I communicate with him still about Boromir, and he's an awesome little snake, and they were great breeders, and I wouldn't mind buying another ball python from them someday. So with ball pythons, it's okay to be a little bit picky about who you're buying from. So when you're buying snakes, it's important to try to figure out who you're buying from in general. I'm not saying it's wrong to buy pets from a pet store. That's okay. And I understand it. It's very convenient. You can walk in, find the snake you want, and walk home with it that day. But if you really want to know about your snake and its parents and how it's been, fed and cared for, and know that you're getting a healthy young snake to add to your pet family, I recommend looking up a lot of breeders and spending plenty of time researching the different people you might buy from. So I have not bred snakes personally, so I can't speak from that point of view, but I can speak from buying snakes. And even at expos, it's really easy for people to just tell you what you want to hear. So when you are able to sit down on someone's website or on Instagram, you can really go through every single picture and go through how they promote themselves and see what their business model looks like, and really pick someone that you really feel comfortable supporting with your business and your money. And when people say, oh, where'd you get that pretty banana leopard ball python, you can feel comfortable and confident recommending that animal's breeder. So overall, I do recommend reaching out to breeders and looking into what animal you want from good breeders. So that's about what I've got for you guys today. I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts on this, so feel free to drop a line in the comments down below or shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm at reptile.sam. Make sure to, follow me on Instagram and like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. So until next time, guys, this is little Boromir. I'm Reptile Sam. I'm also a Slytherin, and we will see you guys later.